I really should have notified you guys about this kind of in the last moment, though. We're gonna do a very short stream. I'm gonna say it. Hi, itty bitty. That's the neighbor's cat. I always say this to these streams because it's like the last moment. I'm not gonna be streaming that long, nor do I think I'm gonna upload the bot, even though I'm gonna upload the bot after all this as usual. But we're gonna do a little short stream. Whatever happens. I really just want to go down and check the mail. It's not gonna be as short as that one nighttime stream where I streamed literally at like midnight, I think. I don't know, did I stream at midnight? It was late, and I think it was raining. It was cold and rainy. So it's kind of like, ooh, it's ominous, why not stream? But, no, we're gonna, I'm kind of on like the road across from my house right now, so it's like, still have to go home. But the plan is I'm going to go on like a little loop the long way around and then come back, and then I'm probably going to wrap it up in 10-20 minutes. So it's like really short, but not as like so short it couldn't be like a video or just kind of messing around in voice chat. But yeah, welcome on in. Appreciate you lurking. I know if you're from my YouTube, I doubt you guys are, but if you've been in my Discord, I have a Discord, right? Don't come in though, but just look under the description. I didn't post this, but that was mainly because I wanted to do this. I've been trying to keep myself more accountable, I guess, in that way, and say, I want to do this at least once a week. Doesn't matter if it's this or something. If you're like one of those weirdos, I'm not gonna say when you guys are weirdos, because I'm a weirdo here too. We're all weirdos. Woo! We are talking out loud. Hi guys. But sister, check them out real quick. But yeah, you might see me checking the updates and then backing out of it because things don't work out. I like trying to. I'm not as good as planning with it, right? But I've been trying to stream at least once a week. Even if it's like last minute, like Saturday, right? Like say now, before my community night, the CNR team. But I want to do that before I got home, real quick. But yeah, if you guys aren't aware, I've been doing arrangements on my YouTube. One, I just like doing it. It's fun. I do some kind of like AI to help, but like, it's fun. I like what I make too. So it's like, hey, double N, got a personal mixtape on my phone or my 3DS is what I specifically use. But you know what I'm saying. I've been doing that, and then every Friday, I'm gonna have some kind of remix up. But yeah, if you're in the Discord, you know in the contents for chat what's going on with that. But my main point is, I got soda in my arm. I couldn't like crap. I didn't want to drop it either. Yeah, we have like a hold weird. You have to hold it weirdly. Yeah. But what I was doing is I was gonna stream Roblox, and I mentioned it. Never worked out because one thing came up in the middle of it, and it wasn't really one of those days you could just stream. It wasn't like a formal kind of stream thing with him anyways. But he wouldn't mind. But I got pinged in another Discord. I had to do something. Kind of wish there was more scheduled with him, but I'm there because he supports me and I support him. But no, nevertheless. That's kind of my thing is I've been trying to do that, and it's been going around streams. It was like last minute. Stream a week. A remix a week. Takes about a day overall to make one of those. I really like the what I'm doing. I did this big video, I think, when I started. I finally decided to make videos that are like public, not just unlisted, for myself. Because some people actually went out of their way and said, hey, that's actually good. I'm glad, because I'm just passionate. I can't really expect anyone, you know. That's all I can't expect anyone to have to watch, but when you put like, I think the main reason I removed it because it was negative comments. And like, you don't have to watch if you're here. I'm not gonna lie about it, I don't care. So if you really like the videos, go for it. I'll put them out there, but I'm just rambling to be rambling at this point. I'm doing it because I got nothing better and I actually wanted to, so I do. I know I'm niche stuff. But I'm just lecturing at this point. But is this some type of tea? I mean, if anyone's curious. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop then running back. I would go the full. Well, I should go the full way. That's like just give backing out. And I'm running lower time now. I got that was alarm. I should have turned back then. But it would have been only like a 10-minute stream. Now I kind of feel bad if I just did a 10-minute stream. It would have been longer than 10 minutes. It'd be like more like a 15 minutes walking back. But like, still kind of feels kind of, you know, I feel like at least I should owe you guys a VOD that isn't just 10 minutes. I really feel bad. It's like I have to upload that. I still want to upload that consistency. And it's like, you know. I was going to stream earlier. Not like actual game, but this. But also there was a whole thing that made me, you know, it's been really hot here. It's been like 90 today. It's been like that for the last couple days. So it's kind of like, I want to go out, or more or less, I know I want to or need to. So, but it's later because one, it gets cold. It's, you know, you'd hope it gets a little colder out, cools down. But also, yeah, I still want to go out. I'm lazy, you know. I think I'm mad rambling to my phone right now. But it's not like necessarily bad because it's nice. It's not at least raining and hot. You know, you ever have those days, guys, where it's raining but it actually feels like hot, like because of the humidity. I think it's wet, but like the water itself is like murky, kind of hot. Though it's not like hot water because, you know, it would be steam then, to some extent. Well, more or less, it's like humid enough so the water is like kind of feels like it's icky because it's like you left it in like, it's kind of like, I'm trying to think of the way, you're taking a shower, turn the water on, realize there's only cold water or there's only really hot water, not the perfect, like the middle, so there's no good water but there's only too hot or too cold. It's kind of like that, where too cold water typically is how rain is, so you don't want to go out, right? It's cold, it burn. But then there's also the others where it's super humid, so it kind of smells like, you know, you got bugs and stuff in it. And, ooh, yeah, that's not good, right? So it's kind of like that. It's better that it didn't, though, right? It's nicer out, it's clear. It's just hot. And for someone like me, I like it, but it also, you gotta know your limits, because you can't just die. I was gonna make a dysentery joke there from the Oregon Trail. You can't die. You can't go out here dehydrated. That's why I know if I need to stop, I will, but I never really need to. do know I made a commitment for this more than others. But I just did this. You know, it's better just to do something than not at all, I guess. That's the good of saying. I don't know why they did that. I assume there was some kind of link there they put. Yeah, I didn't even see it because it's probably on that. I see the message, but I don't see the link. But I'm pretty sure you probably put some kind of link there that got you. Can't do that, dude. Can't do that. Haven't even said anything. There's no energy here. I'm gonna act dumb there. But I guess you had to go out of your way to do that. So that's cool, I guess. But yeah. Guys, don't step on that stick there. Got me, Brandon. Power lines! Wow, power lines! Wow! Welcome, an SMB fan. I wanted to do a short stream today before the end of the week because I've been trying to commit myself. Sometimes I'm going to commit myself to insane. Yeah, I'm going to commit myself to the gamer asylum. Mods. No. No, I already was on a walk, so I was running behind. I checked the cache stream real quick. Checked Discord on a couple places, but then I wanted to do a stream before I got home because VR for the ski and VR chat stuff. Yeah, I'm gonna get on. I was gonna get home before then. I had my alarm, but I was already my walk. So I'm walking back. Thanks for the alert if you're here. But yeah, that's what I'm up to. And stream when I get home and then get on. But no, yeah, that's why I'm here, guys. Very curious, any lurkers, anyone here? I'm here to make sure I stream for the week. Commit myself to the gamer asylum. I don't know why I'm saying that. Like, that's a bad thing. Isn't that the gamer asylum? Like what? When the same asylum Germa was. I was crazy once. They locked me up. They put rest in there and all that. Okay, Germa, with your millions of fans that were willing to break you out and at moment's notice. Who do I have? I'm like the opposite, but also like more powerful. I like to think because I'm like self-aware into like the niche stuff I'm into. I got a whole Wii music army that I really have my own emotions towards. I got people that know me for Jackbox. I got the game development stuff. I was kind of surprised no one the parts of Iron Floor Space has ever come to get me, like drag me kicking and screaming, because while walking I could hear it. there's a small story where I used to be in this YouTuber's community when he had a Discord. So he doesn't have a Discord. This doesn't notoriously never had a Discord. Brought it back, made one, and then it didn't work out. So I don't entirely know why. I assume it just was too much respect, all that. That's why I haven't had a Discord until for a long time, or like my own official one. I always had like other Discords that I was in, and you could just DM me. But recently, as I said, I had a community Discord who actually were interested. So I said, screw it, right? Doesn't hurt having one, I guess. I already have others, other places I'm in. But I was in this. He was like the main outlet with the Hearts of Iron stuff, because he was a Hearts of Iron Civilization, I think, 6 player, or no, it was before 6. That's where I went for that kind of stuff. So I believe his name is Drew now. Pretty much, he does vlog stuff and themes, I think, but he doesn't do Hearts of Iron anymore, mainly. But back then, when I joined his Discord, because I was into his content more than, but I stopped watching because he doesn't do Hearts of Iron stuff. Listen, respect him. I still do like him. I don't watch him because we're not gonna, if we're not watching him for the. I would watch him every once in a while, but I just don't enjoy that kind of content, I guess. Or at least as regularly as he does it. But the main thing is, because I keep stalling myself, I'm waiting for these cars, is around 2020, for reference, I was in his direct. He did roleplay. If you hear roleplay, what do you guys think? Yeah. So I was into that, mainly like roleplay, Hearts of Iron stuff, alternate history mods, that kind of stuff. So kind of am to some extent, but not in that kind of sense. Not like World War II stuff, or World War I, Cold War, that kind of historical stuff. But across the street. But more so, he did a experiment in his Discord, where he opened a Discord and had a section about picking a country, and all these groups, he had a role, and this role pretty much is the country, or part of this alliance country, and everyone had their own mini simulation roleplay dynamic stuff. They had governments, they had the whole stick. I was one of the leaders of one of those countries, believe it or not, because it was very passionate. And I just give up that, timing. I'm, in the right situation, people just think I'm good. Maybe because I'm just too passionate and active at times. And that's not a bad thing. That's just a weakness. No, I was going to say that's a weakness. But no, this was 2020 though, I'm trying to remember specifics. But there was continents, and Antarctica was one of them. And knowing me, I'm a little quirky, I'm a little niche. I like Antarctica because it's unrealistically funny and silly to have a country there. So a lot of us, there's a small friend group I was a part of, and that's, Discord, you have people more than others. Regulars, that kind of stuff. But we joined that, because it was different, it was funny, because it was, no one's gonna actually set up Antarctica. And then, guess what? We formed a government that was a mix of, I think, it was communist monarchy stuff, some kind of, incompatible thing about penguins and all that, right? They put me up there as chairman, pretty much second in line. But really, it was more one, a figurehead, and two, is I was the closest thing to an actual, leader. Because number one was pretty much a defined interpretation of the man in Sal's region. So pretty much if he ever said, hey, I want to lead, then he was gonna, be able to do it. But it was really funny, it was kind of fucked up, and it was silly. It was a good time. I know people mentioned it a while back. I think they have a Discord for what remained of it. Not the actual Discord, but the Antarctica part of it. It's not readily available, obviously. I don't even know the link off the top of my head. Friends of some of them, though. From what I heard, they're pretty cool, chill. Hey, itty bitty bug. Cat again, I like saying that. But the main point is we were doing that. There's a video out there. I might even throw it in the media if you're in the Discord, or if you're interested. But yeah, no, that's fun. But I've been in a lot of communities over the years. I'm just surprised none of them really say hi. I guess they wouldn't really have any reason to know. Drew, he doesn't really stream on Twitch anymore. He doesn't even have a Discord. You know, he's been doing a lot of stuff on YouTube though, which is good. He doesn't really do gaming stuff anymore. And I assume it's just burnout. You know? But I respect that. Alright. I'm gonna head out, guys, for this time. Because I got this company here and I can't go on without having them. But, my name is Rainbow Kappa. You know, I'm gonna plan doing a stream next week. Can't really say when. But if not, it'd be like this today. Short little, I hope maybe a little longer stream next week. But until next time, this is Kappa, and boop, Kappa's out.